We ain't got a minute, so don't waste my time. Soon as the sun wakes, I'll find my
Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning LALALAND. I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jels Moye. This is Good Morning LALALAND, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also available on Apple TV, Roku, and Twitch.
It's hashtag Friday Feels, you guys, and I got the rosé glasses
Look at
on.
you right now. I like those.
We're going to talk about falling in love versus real love. And I am going to take off these glasses because I'm no longer delusional.
That's great, Rob. That's great.
The love beyond rose, okay?
We come together each morning to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, have some fun, and have some truth bombs.
Love that.
Gotta
right?
do it.
Those are great for computers,
Okay,
right?
yeah, these
And
are
screens.
awesome. I want to give a shout out to James. Swanwick Sleep is what it is. He gave me these glasses. So if you're on a coaching call with me on the computer now, these are what I'm going to be wearing.
Rocking?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Bring a little playfulness
They're
to
awesome.
the coaching. Awesome.
Oh, well, I've got the Friday Feels. I don't know about you, but I am so excited to welcome to the show our very special guest this morning. Hello, everyone, back in this show.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Kara and Cameron are here from Weathers. They're an incredible award-winning alt-rock band with a special show at the Roxy this weekend. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Pretty good.
So here on Good Morning LALALAND, we like to know how you start your day. I have a feeling it's like going to be very rock and roll.
It's not that rock and roll.
No, it's not glamorous.
Come on!
It's usually a battle for the shower.
Well, usually when we wake up in the morning, like when we're on tour, we'll be on our phones for like the first 10 minutes and we won't say a word.
Yeah, and then it's battle for the shower. But he usually goes first because I get the floor too wet after.
Yeah.
What are you doing to get the floor so wet, bro?
I hate people like that. Do you not hate people?
I
You're
just
all
don't
wet. You're like,
understand.
what is the problem?
I don't know. It just, it happens.
I feel like the more appropriate question for rock and roll guys should be, what's your nightly routine?
Ah,
I mean,
good
what are you
question.
guys doing every night when you're on tour?
Well, when we have a show, we play the show and then we have to load out all of our equipment because we don't have roadies yet, but we'll get there. And we, mingle with fans and talk to all the people that come to the show and have a really cool experience because we get to see all the people that get to come out, and that's pretty rad.
Oh, I bet it is. Well, thank you for coming out and joining us this morning. We
Thanks for
really
having
appreciate
Yeah, thank you.
it. Ms. Daniela Bloom is in the house. She's a relationship expert and best-selling author. Good morning, Daniela.
Hi there. It's so happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you. So what's your morning routine? How do you start your day?
Well, as we wake up, we're coming from a semi-meditative state. So it's the best time to, what I like to do, tag my morning. T for saying thank you for things that are already working. A for affirming what I want more of. And G, manifesting those goals. And here I am. This was one of them.
Look at you, right?
All right.
All right, Daniela in full
Tagging
bloom right there, huh?
Never too
You
late
like
to
that?
bloom exactly where you're planted.
That was so good. Well, thank you for being with us, Daniela. Bill is in the house. He's the founder of an incredible skincare line and the host of BB Styles Lifestyle Show. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with us today. We're excited to know about you and all your exciting travels. But first, we want to know, how do you start your day?
Well, I'm basically a night owl, so I prep everything the night before. I get up, my phone's usually, by the time I get up, I have like 20 text messages. My phone's buzzing away and everything. So I'm basically grab the phone as I'm running into the shower, get ready, boom, boom, boom. Depends if I'm dressed up like today, or I can run out of the house without shaving or anything. So just kind of, I take it as is, as the day, and hopefully, you wake up and wish for the best day possible. But I get my heart rate up really fast in the morning, so I can kind of accomplish a lot. So, not the best way. I wish I can get up and, like the guy said, meditate and yoga, but for some reason that never happens. I have to do that at the end of the night.
Hashtag keeping it real.
That's right.
That's right. Well, thank you all so much for being here. We're excited to talk to you more later in the show.
Nice.
We are.
So it's Friday, you guys. I didn't know that I was prepared for
Look at you, I know.
for St. Patrick's Day. It's just an intuitive
Yeah.
thing, just gotta say.
That's fantastic. You feel lucky today?
I'm definitely feeling lucky.
Have either of you ever you know, partaken in the St. Patty's Day celebrations? Do you have a special like tradition or favorite
I
thing
drink
you do?
green beer.
Do you? I could see you just down in the green beer.
No, but I
No.
do. One of my best friends growing up was Erin, and I was little E, she was big E, and her birthday was on St. Patrick's Day, so we always had a party on St. Patrick's Day. Yep.
That's awesome. No, growing up, I mean, the only thing I did that was even a little bit St. Patty's Day was rooting against the Celtics. Root against the Boston Celtics. That was it. They often played on St. Patrick's Day.
We're
so.
like,
You're like, who is that? What's the Boston Celtics? Basketball? Sports? What's that?
Right.
Oh, from the time I was little, literally till now, I still get the yearly Shamrock Shake. Special
yes.
McDonald's. It's like the one thing I'll still go to
The
McDonald's.
Shamrock
really?
Shake.
I've never
Jess.
had that.
Shamrock Shake. I love mint.
Taking it back right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's good call. I forgot about that.
That's my favorite.
Now they do
St. Patty's Day.
maca instead.
Oh,
Probably.
do they do?
I'm joking.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
I'm sure McDonald's
That'll make it
is
a little
fine.
healthier, huh?
Oh, yeah. So what are you guys doing for the weekend?
Well, you've got a big event.
I do. We're having a women's kind of soul entrepreneur thing out at the Women's Pasadena Club. I think we have like 120 gals signed up. So
Killing it, huh?
I know. Another day,
Fantastic.
another dollar.
That's right. Gonna hit that off. What do you got planned, Jazz? Anything?
Well, I am taking it easy after our big win this week. We have some special footage I'm really excited to show you of us being honored by the Bra Network as leaders in media and innovation. Let's take a peek.
Our final award goes to our leaders of innovation, media, and technology, and that goes to our team of Good Morning LaLaLand. I've asked the hosts of Good Morning LaLaLand to come today and honor them for providing such a platform and showcasing female entrepreneurs in a time when their media peers often are more concerned with scandal and conflict.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Just kidding. So we had it all figured out. Just kidding. We didn't know what the fuck we're doing, okay? We're talking about today. We're talking about 90 days. That's what we began with the show when we came together. We said, well, let's just do this thing. And how many guests have we had on the show now?
We've had over 2,000 guests.
2,000 guests. We're like 15 or 16 months into it. You know, for me, the show is a place to just have truth, have love, have whatever. As a doctor of divinity, I was like, do I become on the pulpit? And so I figured it wouldn't be so pretty, just not gonna lie. So I had to get these two amazing people together to do a show. And so I want to give a big shout out to Andy Waldman with Focus TV and Ever Talk TV. And I'm gonna hand it over to this lady woman, this beautiful woman, because she's the one in charge.
Thank you, Dr. Erin. And thank you so much, Carrie, to Amy, and to all of you. Many of you have already been on our show, and if you haven't, well, find me afterwards, because I'm sure we are going to want to tell your story. And I'm so incredibly grateful that I was ready. I was ready and I was received by these two. I was ready and I was received by you, and women and men like you who believe, who have released the fears and the rejections and the judgments and really just embraced your imperfections and celebrated your success and your sister's success and your neighbor's success and that girl on Instagram's success. And you were ready, because it is our time, and it's our time that we rise together. And I'm just so incredibly grateful that you've given us the opportunity to do that with you.
Erin and Jeslyn are two of the most brilliant, beautiful women I have ever met in my entire life. And that is excluding my mom and my sister, because they will cut me. I promise they will. And I've never met but beautiful, brilliant women, right? And all of you are a testament to that. So just thank you so much for honoring us. I feel so humbled and so grateful just to be a part of this incredible journey that Dr. Erin and Jeslyn sort of have invited me on. Thank you, Carrie. This is just a fantastic event, and I'm so inspired by everybody's story.
And so it is.
Yes, what a fantastic event.
It was
oh
beautiful.
my gosh, really
Absolutely
great job,
gorgeous.
right? Carrie is amazing.
Such an incredible honor, and I'm sure you'll see many of those incredible women again back on our show. Special thanks to Amy Brownstein and Carrie Murray for including us in your very special day.
That's right. So today's Friday Feels, and we want to break down the law of love, universal law of love. First, I wanted to say that I completely, 100% believe in love.
Okay,
It's all
yes.
love. Let's just get that
It
straight.
is.
But I do want to talk about the difference between falling in love versus real love. And I know that for me, as you guys, I always tell you, I was a full-on codependent and was really addicted to that thing, falling in love and the ups and downs and that the breakup, the makeup, all that drama. It was so good.
The heroin hit.
Oh.
The heroin hit.
But I think it's an interesting thing, and I think I'm surprised how many people are still falling into that trap.
Yes.
So let's break this down. So what do you guys think about the difference of falling in love versus real love?
You know, I'm going to admit I'm still addicted to it. I love that feeling. Everybody loves the feeling of quote unquote falling in love. But it's really interesting because the older I've gotten, the more I realize that who I'm attracting into my life and my sphere is really not so much who I'm falling in love with, lessons I need to learn in my life. And it's like a magnet. I'm like drawn to it. There's that fire. And I'm surprised because it only happens with very, very few people. I'm not one of those people who connect romantically to very many. But those few people that do like light my fire, if you will, I connect to on such a deep, deep level. I clearly have some lessons to learn from that.
Oh, I love that, Jez. And I can appreciate falling in love, but I love the idea of rising in love. That's what I'm all about. And for me, rising in love is a state where you're already completely fulfilled and happy, and that person that you connect with enhances the happiness that you have. I think the trap is to think of love as an exclusive relationship that you have with one person instead of an inclusive way you have of relating to everybody in the entire world.
So does that mean you're polyamorous?
It doesn't mean I'm polyamorous in one way. In another way, it does. I mean, I think my job as a human being, as a divine soul, is to experience my conscious oneness with every single person I interact with.
I don't know what that means, Rob.
It means to enjoy everybody's company and to see the light inside of everyone. Every single person I've ever met has had a gift to offer me. There's not a person on the planet who hasn't offered me some kind of gift.
Right.
So I think that's real love. I don't think.
My partner is the universe. That's what I consider like my divine love, and it can't be. You can't break up. There's no divorce. There's no like heartbreak. There's no whatever. It is undeniable. It's ever giving. It's always there, and it's like it's done. But I do feel the same. I feel like, and then you express your love, and maybe that's received in a marriage or not. Maybe that's received in polyamory. Maybe that's received in dating. It doesn't. I'm not so attached to that. I'm more attached to the concept of loving and giving love, and wherever the universe is, wherever it's supposed to be received, it's received.
Oh, I love it. I completely agree. I think that love is like the faceless, formless awareness that we all are.
Right.
It's that, and sometimes that faceless, formless awareness changes forms, right? And so the relationship that you had initially, which may have been a friendship, turns into a romantic one, but then it turns back into a friendship. And so it's just evolving, and I try not to get attached to the form that it takes, because at the end of the day, I think the challenge and the opportunity is not to prioritize relationship above love. Like, love is more important than relationship.
Totally.
Period, right?
Right?
Yeah.
But I think they found statistically that most relationships that last, actually, they start slow. Because I think that there's an adrenaline rush, there's all these expectations, there's this fantasy thing that happens that people rush into too much, and usually people are just let down.
Yeah, so it's a slow burn.
Slow burn is supposedly much better for the potential of a long-term relationship.
Love that.
You know, I really think it's just key to check in with yourself and how you're entering a relationship or entering love or starting that journey, because I think so many people are looking for a partner to fulfill them, or they're not in love with the universe. In fact, they feel like the universe has failed them, so they're looking to be saved by somebody else, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it's so important before you ever even enter that state of falling in love or, you know, slow burning in love, really checking in with yourself and how much you're loving your life and who you are in that moment.
Oh, amen to that. It's like you don't go to the grocery store without a shopping list, because you know how it's going to turn out. You just get nothing but junk food.
And you got to eat a little bit before you go.
Yeah, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. I want to eat the worst stuff. And it's like the same thing with love. Like you go out into the love marketplace, you know, and when you're deeply hungry, thirsty inside, you're going to pick up nothing but junk, and it's not going to do anything to satiate what you're feeling on the inside. It's only going to enhance the misery.
God, I love that analogy.
You like that one?
I love that.
I drop a little hot wisdom now and then, but you know, I saved it all.
Rising
But
in
it is
love.
interesting. I think we've all experienced the pain of love, and I think part of the misconceptions that we often have around love is that people are here to satisfy or fulfill our expectations, right?
Right.
Like, the world is not designed in a way to fulfill your expectations, and people aren't designed in a way to fulfill your expectations. Your expectations, fulfill them on your own.
Yeah, if you assign me as your joy, that means
Right.
sooner or later I'm going to be assigned as your suffering. So I don't need that in my life.
So people are like, I love you, Erin. I hate you, Erin. It's like, wow.
Wow.
Whether it takes 6.
I've been there. I got to say, I have all compassion around it, because I know that as a tough road.
We've all been there. So the difference between real love for you and falling in love.
It's sustainable. It's something that is, as you witness people over time, you witness yourself over time. And for me, I mean, of course, like, are you benefiting each other's lives? Are you rising together? Are you consistent? Are you building something that is either a friendship or more or whatever that is? But it has to be consistent of who someone's showing up as over time, and that is real love.
Totally.
Life, you know, and whatever level that is.
Totally. Yeah, I think the trap in the beginning is always to think of love as like a status of the relationship, right? And then you go a little deeper and you're like, oh, no, it's not just a relationship status, it's a state of mind. And that's partly true, or maybe it's a state of a feeling or emotion. But for me, it's really a state of being.
Right.
Like, you want to be love. Like, and then no matter who you're around or with or spending time with, you are able to share that love with them. And then it's something that you do simply because it feels so good for you. It's not about getting something from them. It's realizing and recognizing that you are the source of love, right?
I don't know anybody who doesn't do it better than you, Robin. Official?
I'm working on it, but you know.
That's right. So today, just question yourself: are you, addicted to falling in love, or are you addicted to becoming someone who is love?
That's right.
And that's what it's all about. So let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to our guests about how they've created lives that they love. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jess Moyer. This is Good Morning La La Land.
Hello and welcome to Hashtag.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin Ziering, and this is the Housewives of Hollywood.
I'm Joanna Garzilli. You're watching Life Stories.
So welcome to Getting Real with Pamela, a positive and purposeful show about passionate people and their journeys.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Eyes Up Here. I'm your host, Lindsay Palos.
Welcome back to another episode of Mind, Body, Spirit. I'm Dr. Kate.
Hello, and thank you so much for saying yes to tuning into the Yes Life show. I am Yes Jess.
My people, this is Table for One, and I'm Leah Sergakis, and it is time for another episode of Sassy and Single, because that's what I am. I'm your host, Natalie Sadie.
Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Erica Della Cruz, the hashtag Passionista. Welcome to Passion to Paycheck.
Welcome to another episode of Purpose. I'm your host, Brittany Zonker.
Welcome back to On That Note. I'm your host, Elizabeth Lake. She shares all her tricks in her new book, Your Healthiest Healthy, The Beautiful and Talented, Samantha Harris.
Hey everyone, I'm Lindsay Hoffman, and welcome to the Joseph Bliss Show.
I'm Harry Howard. I am him.
Welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show, and every week I have the honor of interviewing a game changer in the wellness arena.
Hi, welcome to Defining Moments. I'm Suzanne Kloss.
Hi guys, my name is Serena Poon, and welcome to my show, Serena Live.
Hello, I'm Lauren Francesca.
I'm Brad Grunberg.
And you're watching
How to Start.
What is pussy poppin', you beautiful humans?
My name is Ariane Angel.
I'm Matt Dillon, and welcome to another episode of Sippin' the Tea.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.
This is my first TV experience. I'm so happy I did it with you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You can always find these videos and binge them on EverTalk TV. They're also now on Apple TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land on Friday Feels. We're talking about dating, love, and relationships. And we have LA's premier divorcee optimization. Wait, we've got a few different titles here. We've got a dating expert and we've got a divorcee expert.
Yes.
So we're going to get deep on this one, right?
Yes,
So
let's
Daniela
do it.
Bloom is in the house, and we're excited to talk a little bit about love, dating,
Yes.
and divorcee stuff.
There's a lot to get to.
I want to know, how did you become an expert in dating and divorce?
You know, I have been working for 2 decades with men and women and about dating optimization. Even when online dating was the progressive thing to do 15 years ago. How you date, how you choose pictures, how you describe yourself speaks volumes of the subliminal message you're sending out. And so I have brought marriages together for the last few decades, and being in my own marriage of 16 years and then stepping off the marriage platform back into the dating world, the more things change, the more things stay the same. So I have a lot of content to pull from.
So what do you think has stayed the same in this digital world of dating?
You know, at the end of the day, women want to be pursued and men want to pursue. And when you come out of a toxic relationship, you forget what that feels like. So I look at dating like a gym, like you're exercising new muscles again. Women are remembering what it's like to feel cherished, to feel spontaneous, to feel alive. Men are back into their empowered masculine where they're being pursued, they're looked at as charming, they're given respect again. So people put so much pressure into dating and finding the one right away. It's about exercising those muscles again so you can feel the good energy.
You make dating, though, in LA sound way better than it actually is. How are the majority of the people? They're going to the gym, they're feeling great again. Let's be real, though.
Yeah.
Most people in their divorce times aren't feeling that way. Most single people that I know are not feeling fabulous in their dating life.
Well, it's so funny because if you take someone who's been professionally dating for 2 decades, like the 40-year-old who's never been married, versus the 40-year-old who got out of a long-term marriage, one, it's like a kid in a candy store. Two is like everyone lies, everyone's jaded, I'm staying home.
Very black and white thinking.
Completely different energies.
So let's get in. How can we? I also want to recognize that you are an LMFT, marriage. I can't talk.
A shrink therapist.
You're a shrink.
Yes, but law of attraction coach too. Like I have both worlds. I have the professional background as a psychotherapist, but the mindset, the chutzpah, the accountability.
Thank you.
Of
it's
a
all
coach.
the same, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about optimizing this whole thing.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So what do we do?
I need to just tell America this. 70% of people are doing this wrong on their profile. The first picture should be looking straight at the camera and smiling. I know, groundbreaking, right? Groundbreaking here. What you see is what you get, and so many people have these pictures of posers. They have alcohol. They have 2 girls. They have a dog. They have a car.
No.
I mean, can
their
we just,
dog licking their face. Sorry, I don't know your dog.
When you choose a simple picture where it's clear and you're looking straight at the camera and smiling, basically the subliminal message is, what you see is what you get. Don't you want that back in a partner? Or do you want someone else you're going to attract back who's a poser, who is about surface and not about depth, right?
And you also get an immediate connection, right?
Yes.
Right.
But if someone is going to intuitively put that picture on there, it means they're intuitively grounded. If someone is not intuitively doing that, they have blocks. And so it's when people are dating, they're dating and they're sending mixed messages to the universe. Like, where is the one, but all men are assholes. Oh, can I swear?
Yeah. Just kidding.
This is, I think, this is the most important point, and I agree. I think that working with clients also, it's like they're sending such different messages. They're like, I want to find the one, I want to find the soulmate, and then they're like, complain the whole time. Like it doesn't, you're not gonna, it's not.
What do you want the universe to do?
Right?
They're gonna keep giving you that mixed message back. So that's what I do with my clients. It's very easy to match someone today, right? But it's what does it take to have a long-term partnership? And sometimes we're stepping our own feet. You gotta clear up your energy first, because once you are clear and truly in alignment with what you desire, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
How do you ditch that baggage at the curb?
Well, you gotta get real. You can't just leave one relationship, jump into another one, and think the patterns are not gonna continue. You know, like I work a lot with divorcees and men and women. You know, to every narcissist is the equal codependence. You can't just leave the narcissist and think you're not going to find the other narcissist.
So true.
And because what makes you fall in love with the narcissist is the charm, is the adoration, and you find that right away, but nothing has grown. You still have weak boundaries. You still don't know who you are. It starts with falling in love with yourself first.
But some of those, like, let's say the codependent and the narcissist, right? Yeah. The narcissist pulls so strong. Yeah. You're naturally attracted. You're drawn to that. So how do you break that?
They say that there are no mistakes in life, just lessons learned. So as long as you can say, you know what, I take accountability for the fact that I depended on this other person to validate me. I take accountability for the fact that I didn't know how to say no and say what my needs were first. If you cannot take accountability, you're going to have another practice round.
But let's talk evolved dating for a minute, right? We know the vicious cycles. Like we've all been there, we've seen them, we know them. But like, I'm just curious, like even for you, Rob, do you find that you want to catch a woman? Because like she said, like this is a typical thing. Like
I'm an oddball. I'm very weird. I would say that I'm probably an outlier. I don't like to chase anything. I don't like to pursue anything. I like it to all come to me. I'm very lazy that way, right? Like, you know, and I just believe that, and I've just found in my life that everything comes to me.
That's we're on the same page because my whole message is you magnetize to you what you desire. You don't go looking, you don't go chasing. But what I mean by that is, I'm sure you have no problem getting attention.
Well, I enjoy people. I very much enjoy people.
Exactly. But if there's a woman you're truly attracted to, you don't have an ego. You would probably want to let her know. You know, not overly so, but that's just the nature of the game, right?
Yeah. So what does a person do? Let's say if they're trying to get clear and they're trying to be real, like you said so well, where would they start in terms of being real and in terms of just clearing up or cleaning up their vibration around what they want and how to get it?
Well, we start with basics. First of all, what is a relationship, you know, today? We don't have a lot of great role models. Millennials are not getting married like they used to. Every 9 seconds, someone's divorcing in this country.
But see, I think that's all good. I see it as good. I see it as like we're evolving past this thing of this paradigm that is really maybe obsolete.
I agree with you, and that's why shows like Red Table Talk with Jada, they don't even call themselves married. They call themselves life partners. We need to have a new conversation.
Because they have maybe an open marriage.
Well, I don't know. They don't. They don't have an open marriage. They don't. They clear that up, but they don't have an open marriage. But they're talking about like marriage in the way we know it doesn't work anymore.
It's like it doesn't even.
Women are not looking for men for financial stability anymore.
Well, smart.
You know,
and that's okay.
Yeah. Well, but we really want men with open hearts and accountability and understanding our feelings now. That is what counts today. And so getting clear on what a relationship is and what you truly desire. Because some people say they want something and then they really don't want long term. They want high quality short term. What's wrong with that? Why do relationships have to be one size fits all? But you gotta get clear, you gotta get other people's projections and voices out of the way and get back into what you want. And then we can start from there.
I just want some hot, steamy sex.
Okay, that's mine too. What is wrong with that? That's another dating muscle that needs to be strengthened. Why not? I feel like I'm living my 20s and my 40s because I never dated. I got married so young. I'm having first-time experiences at 40 that I never had before, and I'm giving myself permission. I'm unapologetically doing me.
Oh, I love that. So talk to us a little bit, if you can, because I think one of the challenges and opportunities of dating is really enjoying dating. Like, if you're not going to enjoy dating, I don't know how you're going to possibly...
Exactly. How do you track something when you were like giving off the negative energy?
Yeah, so how can people do that better?
Yes, great question. I always tell my audiences, my clients, show up to each event, whether it's a networking event, whether it's a date, whether it's a family picnic, open and curious. Because a connection is a connection. So if you take the weight out, am I going to meet the one tonight? That's putting you in the place of lack. If you come from a place of, I'm open to connecting, let's see where it goes. Whether it's social, professional, or romantic, you're open. The most magical things happen when we're open, when they happen spontaneously, when we're alive.
And I think that, I mean, authentically, I'm joking around, but I think we all want that deep, deep connection with somebody that just is like magical and your life evolves and it just makes sense to, you know, just grow into, bloom into whatever that divine love is. But, you know, I don't think you can plan that out. And I think so many people are trying to plan that out. It's like, you just have to be it. It's like wanting to be the, you know, best TV show in the world, right? You can't plan for that, but you show up every day and you try and do your best. And if it evolves into that, then it's meant to be.
Piggybacking off what you were saying in the earlier segment, statistically, arranged marriages have a longer success rate than infatuation, falling in love, because they're based on something real. They grow, they take time, and you know, Hollywood and all these ideas of, you know, The Bachelor, just having that connection at the beginning. They say the worst thing to do is marry for infatuation. And that's exactly right, because a relationship is a moving entity. As we evolve, as things happen, we have children, we have career changes, we have different aspirations, our relationships change. And the only relationships that last are the relationships that continue to grow and adapt.
Right.
That's it. It cannot be stolid.
Totally agree. I think it's all about finding an extraordinary human being, and that goes in so many different levels, and it's different for each person what they consider that to be.
Yes.
But you know, what motivates people, and that is what should be something that you look for somebody else. Not necessarily their looks, not necessarily whatever, but what it really drives you in life. And if you find something that inspires you, then that's the divine call.
What if that person is you?
What if
that person is yourself?
That's exactly right. I know we're sitting amongst coaches here. You understand the idea of law of attraction, and like attracts like. So if we're operating at a dim light setting, no matter how great we look on the outside, we're going to attract a dim light setting. If we start operating from a bright light setting, we're turning our thermostat up, we're going to find another whole bright light person who has their shit together, who can be accountable, who's evolved and done the work. That's what we want. We don't want to keep looking for that codependency.
It's a great metaphor.
Absolutely. Daniela, if somebody wants to turn their light up a little bit, how can they find and work?
My website is danielabloom.com. That's with 2 L's and an A, B-L-O-O-M, because it's never too late to bloom where you're planted. Yes. And I do dating optimization half-day intensives where we just get in there. We get into the stories of your parents, of your past relationships. You know, you get a little bit schooled on dating today and how to show up, and it's like a one-stop shop.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your time and your light. Stay tuned. We'll be back for more on Good Morning La La Land. Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jez Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network. EverTalk is a platform that offers insight, inspiration, and thought-provoking conversations on positivity, wellness, Insta-fame, and empowerment, all while celebrating the trials and triumphs of those who are truly igniting a change in the world.
I was really surprised and I was really thankful for how well it was received.
That's where your supernatural powers come on. That's where the magic happens. That's where you live heaven on earth.
I was left to research everything on my own because I'm like, nothing else outside of me is helping me right now. I have to figure this out.
When we want folks to be good teammates or to be leaders, you confront behavior, you don't confront personalities.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop.
We have a universal sign to say it's okay to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like the universe is saying, please chill out a little bit, you know? So
Right.
we need to listen to that.
Well, Jessalyn, you are absolutely beautiful, and you don't have to try at all. It's like I walked in this morning, you're the first person I met, I went, she is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. And
Tell me more.
As you said, pick up the phone, like turn that text, before you turn it into a date, let's turn it into a phone call.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop. EverTalk is #community powered, and we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are live from Los Angeles with Bill Bacco. He's an incredible skincare expert and host of the BB Lifestyle. Thanks for being with us today, Bill.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're thrilled that you're also with us on Connect TV.
Yes.
And we know that you're going to some incredible places. So tell us about the BB Lifestyle on your show.
So it's surrounded around the skincare that I created and everything, but the show really kind of digs in deep on there's all these questions that people have, you know, in the industry of beauty and just kind of questions about living. So, but there isn't, everybody kind of like through the years of being in this industry for so long, people pull me to the side and ask me a question, like kind of a sensitive question or stuff, because I kind of...
Like what? Give us an example.
Well, just something if they're not feeling good, if something on their body, or, you know, they're not feeling as good about health-wise and everything, because I've been working with doctors for over 20 years, so dermatologists, plastic surgeons, medical spas, and an array of other doctors that, you know, some people kind of skew thinking that I know everything that a doctor knows, but I do have a, you know, roster of amazing physicians that I can call if somebody has an issue, because it's unbelievable how shy people get to tell their own physician something that they're wondering about. Maybe their stomach hurts, or maybe, you know, not feeling energetic enough. And, you know, you kind of see like, and then on social media, everybody's kind of doing all these really cool things. So you kind of feel like you're left out. Maybe I don't have enough energy to do that. So, you know, I go to all these different doctors. It's like half lifestyle, half medical. And I'll do aesthetic stuff, anywhere from injecting myself with PRP, which is the plasma. You know, they spin your blood, inject it in your face, in your head.
Facial.
Yeah. To something like my knee wasn't, I tore my meniscus, and I just had stem cells, PRP, and peptides injected into it.
Wow.
Where people will go, you know, years having issues, but are afraid to.
So you're doing this all on camera.
Yes.
Right?
Directly, yeah. Wow.
Answering people's
Yes.
questions, introducing them to the doctors. What
Yes.
have you learned along this journey that maybe you didn't know when you started?
Well, the thing is, which is fun, there's such a, I love learning something from everybody. Every person I meet, I learn something from. And every day you can talk to somebody that's probably 5 years old, and they can teach you something about being kind or something cool, or somebody that has years experience, more advanced age. And so everywhere you go, you kind of take something away from what you're experiencing. A lot of things that, because we are in the aesthetic world and everything, everybody's afraid of pain. So I'll do the procedure as we're filming, like as they're injecting, like they were injecting needles in my head. And so I want to show people, like, am I going to freak out? Am I screaming? Am I yelling? Is it that much? You know, what the pain tolerance is. Just to kind of break things down to make it really simple.
So I got to ask you real quick,
Yes.
how was the stem cell procedure, and how's your meniscus doing now? Because I got some friends and clients that are always asking me, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm a coach.
Well, the thing is, I had knee surgery, and then my knee was not healing. So I had PRP 5 years ago, which they took my blood when it was kind of real new to the industry. And I went from having trouble going up the stairs to running within 6 months. But it was temporary because I just did a one-time deal. And then after that, like a few months ago, we're coming up with, I wanted to do something a little more invasive as on TV. So I was introduced to this amazing doctor in Beverly Hills, Dr. Raj, and he's world-renowned and everything. And he goes, he does umbilical cord stem cell, along with your own blood, which is the PRP, which is thing, and then he injects it along with these peptides to rapidly increase the healing. So within 2 months, I went, like, every time it rained, my knee would be killing me.
Oh, wow.
You know, now, no problems. I'm getting strength. Yeah, I'm getting muscle.
So,
strength.
Bill, break it down for us. Very simply, the BB lifestyle is 3 adjectives.
Yeah.
How would you describe the BB lifestyle?
Well, we go with luxury, performance, and fun.
Got it.
You know?
Yes.
Got
Yeah.
it.
You know?
So tell us about your skincare line. We know it's, you know, natural, made in California, CBD infused.
Yeah, so the whole thing about it when CBD, because it's like the new cutting edge, you know, ingredient, but everybody's kind of afraid of it. Some people are intrigued by it. Some people have no idea what it is. Some people love it. So I just been doing a lot of research about it, and it is a phenomenal ingredient. We use a THC free, so there's no psychoactive, because a lot of people, you know, at the beginning, they're all like, if I put this on, am I gonna get high? I'm like, it doesn't work that way, but you know, let's just take that bit out of it, and it's organic. And we add it in our ingredients. I've been in the industry for 21 years, so I don't test on animals. I believe in cruelty-free. You know, we make sure our botanicals that come from all around the world are coming from sustained areas where it's not ruining the rainforest or
Very conscious. Yeah. We
all the way down to,
that.
but not in our labs, we go to even the vendors and suppliers. So we just make sure across the board, our trees are cut down at a forest where it's raised for paper and they're replanted. So we don't destroy anything that doesn't.
Fantastic.
Because
Love
you
that.
you kind of have to go a step out, multiple steps out to make sure.
So tell people where they can find you and follow you and get your products.
BBLifestyle.com is the website, and then I'm on BillBacco.com and
Awesome.
MB Lifestyle.
Fantastic.
Official.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Stay
you
tuned.
so-
We'll be right back.
Such a
Thank
pleasure,
you.
brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fair. But I'm guessing that everything that you learn and your journey through Heal has had some sort of impact on you becoming a mama.
I've always had this awe and kind of curiosity about how intelligent the human body is.
Okay.
But now I'm just like living in this awe, like I'm creating this human being inside of me. It's wild. It's crazy. And to really try, like my women's bodies are designed to do this.
Would you want to do a home birth as well, or?
Yeah.
I thought with a squeal that was going to be, oh no. Wow.
I do. I
feel like that's brave.
It is brave.
Wow.
I admire many people that, you know, I get through birth, whatever way you want to do it. There's
That's
no
it.
judgment.
I was at a casino night last night.
Yeah.
We went to celebrate with Maria Conchita Alonso. We have a special look at some of the video from the event last night.
Than 18 animal foundations. My organization is called VEE Fauna, which means Venezuela Endorses Fauna. It's not a non-profit. So I got together, I united with one that has been a non-profit for 11 years. It's called Luchemos por la Vida, Fight for Life. They have an orphanage where many of their kids have HIV. I thank you very, very much for your contribution, because alone we can't do it.
She's such a love.
Yeah, our love and light to Maria Conchita and all the orphanages she's supporting in Venezuela. You know, it's always great when Hollywood comes together and has a heart and gives back. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. EverTalk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at EverTalk TV. I'm Jessamine Moyer, and we'll see you next time. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLaLand. I'm so excited to welcome Cameron and Cameron of Weathers. They're an incredible award-winning alt-rock band rising on the scene and playing the Roxy this weekend.
What? Yeah. So cool.
Legendary venue.
Yeah, we're super stoked. We've never played it before, but we've been there quite a few times, and it's super rad, so we're excited to play it.
So tell us about the tour that you guys are working on right now.
Well, we're actually just finishing up our tour right now. We only have 2 shows left. We're playing in Santa Ana, and then we're playing at the Roxy on the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And this is our first like official headline tour, which is really cool. We've done some like headline shows before, but this is our first time we're actually like in a van going around with like opening acts like consistently. Laminates. Yeah. And we got our own laminates.
So is this a dream for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we're always growing. I mean, we're still kind of like a baby band, you know.
How would you describe your music?
How
would you describe it?
I mean, what we always say is like, kind of feeling-wise, it like makes you want to jump up and down, but can make you very emotional too. So like jumping up and down while crying.
Well, I mean, that brings us to Happy Pills, right? Over 14 million streams.
Yeah.
Congratulations, massive success.
Thank you.
I think today's world with music is a tough gig. No joke. Since the internet came along, and I mean, I know a lot of people in the music industry, and it's a very different world than it used to be.
Yeah.
How the hell did you guys do it? I mean, honestly. I mean, obviously it comes in a good music, but there's a lot more to that.
Yeah, no, it's really hard. I mean, with this day and age, like everyone can release music whenever they want, and it's so easy. So it's really hard to stand out from the rest, you know? So I guess what we try to do is write music that sounds different, but is relatable and is true to ourselves. And I think that makes us stand out, and I think that's why Happy Pills stood out and connected with a lot of people. And we're still growing. I mean, I always say, like in our interviews and stuff, like we're like a young band, and when we released Happy Pills, I mean, when we wrote it, we were so young, and we're still young and growing, and it's like we're living our own little like John Hughes movie kind of sort of thing.
Well, I think it's really important to bring up the article that was in Billboard about being okay with not being okay. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. Our music is resonated with a lot of people in different ways. One of the ways is mental health, and a lot of fans have come forward to us on Instagram and at shows, and they've talked about their their mental health issues and stuff, and it's really cool to see fans connect to the music in their own way. Because when we wrote our album, Kids in the Night, we we didn't go into it thinking we're going to write about mental health issues. We're going to make it like very specific. We just went into it writing about who we were and the experiences that we've been through. And what's really cool is the fans have actually taken it and made it real to them in their own way, which is really cool.
Speaking of real love right there on your socks, bro. Tell me about these socks, man.
Actually, when we played in San Francisco at August Hall, a fan gave me a gift bag and it had like 5 things of socks.
Yeah.
And these were one of them.
Yeah. They're tapes.
Yeah, they're mixtapes.
Yeah, it's like cassette tapes.
That's how you define real
Oh
love.
yeah, you got a breakup
20 years
tape.
ago.
Yeah,
It's a mixtape.
tape.
Road
90s.
trip.
Oh yeah. So speaking
Oh.
of mental health, it's not easy to have a band and live with each other and be on the road together and deal with the different personalities. How are you guys dealing with all that?
You know, we give each other a lot of space, for sure.
Yeah,
but
I think we're pretty good at that.
We are pretty good. And also, we've known each other for a long time. I mean, we didn't go to the same high school, but we've known each other since high school. And we've been kind of growing up together, and we just always kind of keep in mind, you know, that we're all still growing and we'll all do dumb things, you know?
Do you have any like rules, like, you know, no drinking past, no bringing back someone? What is like? Is there any rules? You guys, okay? No, we're not doing that.
Hard
It's the one
no's.
thing. Hard no.
I mean, I know like none of us are like, we're not allowed to get like drunk before like we play, obviously, because that will be a mess.
Yeah, definitely.
And
That's
if we have a
rule.
show the next day, we usually don't go.
Okay, cool. Those are the rules.
Yeah, that's definitely a rule, especially for us too, because
Yeah.
we're like the main singers. You know, we'll I definitely don't like drink before the show the next day. I don't like go hard or anything like that, just because it will mess up the voice and stuff.
Let's talk about your latest release, Dirty Money. What was the inspiration for this song?
Well, actually, it's funny because we kind of wanted to talk about what you were touching on, which was like the egos and that sort of thing, and being young in a rock band and growing up together and having fans and basically living out a dream and dealing with your own like inner demons and egos and stuff, and that's kind of what Dirty Money is about. The song itself is not actually about money. It's more of comparing yourself to dirty money and like not letting your ego get the best of you and that sort of thing.
Love that. How do you guys do that? How do you not let the ego get the best of you or fear get the best of you?
I feel like our friends keep us pretty grounded, and we can keep each other grounded.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
we'll make fun of each other enough to kind of knock
Yeah,
us
yeah,
down
yeah.
a peg.
You do enough of that for
I'm good
everybody.
at keeping everybody down.
Just knock them right back down.
But another thing too is it's also the fans. I mean, when you're up on stage and you're playing in front of a crowd of 3 people versus 200 people, even, you know, it really shows you the reality of your success is determined by the fans, you know, and it's not you, it's everyone else, you know. So that I think keeps you pretty grounded too.
Definitely.
For sure.
So tell us about the show on Sunday. Playing with Ariana in the Row. She's been on our show.
Oh,
Love
really?
her.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
She's so sweet. She's so nice. The first day of tour, she came up to us, started talking to us, and we were just like, oh, she's so cool.
She's like pitch perfect live too.
Yeah, she's insane.
She's incredible.
Yeah, I wish I was pitch perfect live, because I'm not, but it's okay. She's really good. But yeah, we're playing at the Roxy, and that's going to be super, super fun. We're, I would say, a pretty energetic band.
Yeah.
We kind of
super high energy.
go crazy, and kind of like what he was saying before, we want people to have an experience. You know, we don't want them to just come to a show and just watch the music live. You know, we want them to actually like feel something so they can jump up and down and cry.
Yeah. The LA show is always like super special too, because it's like our hometown, and it usually gets pretty wild, and it's gonna be St. Patrick's Day. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, lots of green gear.
There's gonna be some green socks for sure.
That's right.
And there is no show the next day.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All the rules are off the table.
No, okay, good. We got
It's a good one to check out
So
then.
go see that one for sure.
Yeah.
Stay after.
Absolutely. And tell everyone where they can follow your personal journeys and Weathers.
Oh yeah, so I mean, you can follow us at Weathers Band everywhere. We're most active, I would say, on like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, I would say. And you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, and we're all over YouTube. We got videos and stuff that a friend and I directed, and yeah, so we're everywhere.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, you
guys.
guys.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you.
So awesome.
Stay
Thanks so
tuned. We'll be
much.
back with more on Good Morning La La Land.
So we had it all figured out. Just kidding. We didn't know what the fuck we're doing, okay? We're talking about today. We're talking about 90 days. That's what we began with the show when we came together. We said, well, let's just do this thing. And how many guests have we had on the show now?
We've had over 2,000 guests.
2,000 guests. We're like 15 or 60 months into it. You know, for me, the show is a place to just have truth, have love, have whatever. As a doctor of divinity, I was like, do I become on the pulpit? And so I figured it wouldn't be so pretty, just not gonna lie. So I had to get these two amazing people together to do a show. And so I wanted to give a big shout out to Andy Waldman with Focus TV and Ever Talk TV. And I'm gonna hand it over to this lady woman, this beautiful woman, because she's the one in charge.
Thank you, Dr. Erin. And thank you so much, Carrie, to Amy, and to all of you. Many of you have already been on our show, and if you haven't, well, find me afterwards, because I'm sure we are going to want to tell your story. And I'm so incredibly grateful that I was ready. I was ready, and I was received by these two. I was ready, and I was received by you, and women and men like you who believe, who have released the fears and the rejections and the judgments and really just embraced your imperfections and celebrated your success and your sister's success and your neighbor's success and that girl on Instagram's success. And you were ready, because it is our time, and it's our time that we rise together. And I'm just so incredibly grateful that you've given us the opportunity to do that with you.
Erin and Jeslyn are two of the most brilliant, beautiful women I have ever met in my entire life. And that is excluding my mom and my sister, because they will cut me. I promise they will. And I've never met anything but beautiful, brilliant women, right? And all of you are a testament to that. So just thank you so much for honoring us. I feel so humbled and so grateful just to be a part of this incredible journey that Dr. Erin and Jeslyn sort of have invited me on. Thank you, Carrie. This is just a fantastic event, and I'm so inspired by everybody's story.
Soon as the sun wakes, I'll find another day. It's too late. Another day. It's too late.
Love Me Right Now. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, LaLa, and happy. We're back with Pilot Jones. He's an actor, artist, dropping it hot today, right?
Thank you so much for having me.
It just dropped out today, right?
Today.
Into the
out of
universe.
this, I pulled a Beyonce.
Yeah. Yes.
Just dropped it out of nowhere.
Congrats. How's it feel?
It feels amazing. Actually, this is a song that my first single in a while. My first single was with Trina. It was called Work It, but this is like kind of like my new evolution. So I see it, it's actually coming out through my music. So I'm really excited about it.
So why now? Why today?
Well, I've been looking at the show, with you guys, and the whole thing is about relationships and love. And I feel like right now I'm at a place in my life where I love myself so much more than I used to. I moved to LA about 9 years ago from Louisiana to pursue my dream in entertainment and music and stuff. So I didn't really know who I was back then. And so, when you don't know who you are, you kind of go through different, lessons, I'll just say. But now I'm in a place right now where I really love myself so much. And I think that is the greatest love of all, is to love yourself first.
I think LA is a very unique place, and it allows us to do that. I felt the same way. It wasn't until I moved to LA that I really discovered myself and learned to love myself. What is it, in your opinion, about LA or LALALAND that gave you that opportunity?
Oh, that's such a great question. When I moved here 9 years ago, I was so naive. I literally moved straight from Louisiana to here. And I think my journey has been about becoming me and getting back to me, the root of who I am. And LA is a place where if you don't know who you are, it will force you to be somebody to find out. And my grandmother and my mom always used to tell me, stand for something or fall for anything. And when I moved here, I didn't stand for anything. And so in that process of me being here over the last 9 years, I've really had to, my lessons really made me focus on what I wanted, what I didn't want, what I was going to stand for, and what I wouldn't stand for.
So how would you describe yourself, and what would you say you stand for now?
Right now, I stand for authenticity. And I describe myself as someone who is on a journey to discover himself. You know, and I think that all of us are in our own unique little ways. All of us have our own past that we're following and our lessons that we're learning, but ultimately at the end of the day, we're all to get back to who we are, which is love.
Right. So the song "Love Me Now," and I think that it's an interesting, you know, thing to say. Love me now. Is that like I want to play somebody, or is that like I want to be so present and not get attached to where it's going? Because that usually messes it up. Like, what does the song mean to you?
Well, I wrote the song. I've had very interesting relationships, or lessons. I choose to describe them as. But "Love Me Right Now," the lyrics go, if you don't love me right now, you'll never get the chance to again. And so for me, it means, hey, I'm taking a stand for me. And whoever can't get on that train, the train's gonna leave you. You know, so this is your one last chance to make a statement in my life or in anything. I think that we all have to take a stand to set boundaries for what we want and what we don't want. So for me, the song is about, it's an anthem, I think, for everybody. Love me right now, accept me for who I am right now, or you'll never get the chance again because that old me is gone. You know, so I think we're all, again, going to that path of becoming who we really are, and that's my goal, is to push people to be who they really are.
Oh, I love that. There was a quote I read somewhere that said essentially, you can't step in the same river twice. One, because the river's never the same, and two, because you're never the same.
Yeah.
Right?
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Use that, right?
Yeah. I love that. So who do you feel and what do you feel like you're becoming more of, if anything?
You know, that is a great question. Who do I feel like? I think that I'm becoming, and you know, Dr. Erin and I talk all the time. I think that I'm becoming more of a person that is vocal and about who they are. And standing firm in that. I grew up I was always like the black sheep in my family, where I'm from, in Louisiana. I didn't like sports. I was a black boy in the South that didn't play sports, that liked to art and to sing and to dance and stuff. So I think I've always been different, and that difference made me really insecure, if I could be completely honest and vulnerable. But as I've grown, I've learned that, hey, we're all different. Everybody has something unique that we all bring to the table, and my difference is just as good as anyone else's difference. It's just different, and that's okay to be different. So that's who I think I'm becoming.
Oh, love it. Love your heart.
I love the idea of love me now, in that I think there's a difference between wanting people to change so that they love you more versus saying, this is who I am, take it or leave it, because this is what I got to put boundaries on what works for me or doesn't work for me. And there's a big, huge difference between wanting someone to come into your universe versus like, here's my universe that either works for you or doesn't work for you. And it's okay either way. I don't have to make anyone wrong.
Oh, most definitely. That is, you literally summed the song up just right there, like better than me. Because yeah, like I think like before I was such like a people pleaser. I used to go into other people's worlds and try to fit into other people's worlds, when like now my whole perspective has changed. It's like, hey, this is who I am, take it or leave it.
You might lose some people because
but that's okay. That's the great thing, because they weren't supposed to be there anyway. And that's sometimes, it's so simple, but I think that it could be a little challenging and complicated, because sometimes as humans, we're so used to being in our pain. Because it's comfortable. It's what we know. You know what I'm saying? So
I love the drama.
I know. I'm me too.
I used to.
Now I just watch reality shows to get that.
Better than a virtual.
Exactly. Because I can't do it anymore. But you know, yeah, it's about taking a stand, and this is who I am. Take it or leave it. And I think once you get to that place, everything else comes.
Hell yes.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Congratulations on
Thank
Love
you so
Me Right
much.
Now.
Thank you.
Tell everyone where they can download it, listen to it, and follow your journey.
Okay, you can download the song on everywhere that music is sold. Check out my website, www.whoispilotjones.com, and also follow me on Instagram at whoispilotjones.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good morning, LaLa. Love you so much. That was great.
That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, really great. That was great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, I love the music, I love your heart. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land on Friday Feels here. We're talking love, real love. And the question I have for each of our extraordinary guests is, what's the one thing or person that you love most in your life, or love most about your life? Who wants to start?
Oh, well, I guess I got the mic, so I'll start.
Get the mic.
I think like the two people that I love the most in my life are my mom and my grandmother, because they show me unconditional love, and I think what I love most about my life is my journey.
Fantastic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Family and friends, and just being able to be healthy in the morning, to do what you want to strive to do, and help people.
Health is everything. Yes, thank you.
I would say relearning to love the parts of myself that were dormant, and learning to love myself again in a very open, healthy way.
Yes. Self-love is the best love.
I'm pretty sure my mom is watching this right now. So I'll say my mom.
She will cut you.
I'll say playing shows and interacting with the fans on a personal level is a good one.
Fantastic.
Thank you all so much for sharing your morning with us, your time, and your light. We are Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Interviews are also available as a podcast on iTunes. And if you're in LA, hit up the Roxy this Sunday.
That's right. We're waking up the world together. Have a great Friday Feels. Make the best this weekend. And like, follow, subscribe, all the above.
Love me right now. It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.